Hey, Carl.
Hey, what the fuck, man? Hey, Toreno, I told you my bad, man. What the hell can I say? I screwed you over.
Calm down, kid.
Just go ahead and kill me then.
Calm down.
Man, you ain't nothing but a fucking yayo dealer anyway, Toreno.
Shut up and sit down. What, you think I'm a drug dealer? And you think you're a crusader for good? Do you have any idea what's going on? Any idea whatsoever? Do you? Do you?
Nah, I pay as little attention to things as
Do
possible.
not be a fucking smartass with me. I work for a government agency. It is not important which one. I will try not to confuse you. Yes, when we last met, I was involved in battling threats in Latin America by any means necessary. That does not make me a drug dealer. Now, the money that we raised, the friends that we won over, have helped us immeasurably in our overseas interests.
Government agency?
Kids like you expect heroes. We're fighting a war out there. I'll be a hero and I'll lose. And what do we have? Communism in Ohio. People sharing. Nobody buying stuff. That kind of bullshit. So relax and listen.
All right. I'm listening.
I know what kind of guy you are. I need a guy like you to do things I can't get caught doing.
Like what?
I need you to commandeer a truck. A rival agency with a confused social agenda. They got things that we need. Now, this is a two-man job. You'll need a friend. Use your sister's boyfriend, but don't tell him a thing. Remember, I'll be watching you.
I got here as fast as I could, CJ.
Yeah, you sure did. How you know I needed help?
Man, you losing it, Holmes. You phoned me a half hour ago.
I did? I mean, oh yeah, I did. Sorry, man, I got a whole lot on my mind.
See what I mean about James Woods, Mike Toreno's character? So fucking, oh my god, Dan Houser is such an amazing writer, bro. Like, when I was a kid, when I first played it, I didn't understand at first, being, again, you just not in a loop with shit, because everything you see is just in a vacuum, but when you get older and you really start, it's like, oh shit. Okay. Like, this shit is deep as fuck. Like, this shit got real deep. But yeah, he's definitely, out of all, like, I feel like in the GTA series, definitely one of the most compelling side characters. They try to do it, what I'm saying? What GTA 4? I mean, GTA 4 is definitely one of my favorites next to this one, story-wise and stuff, structurally, what I'm saying? Being that it was like the first, in the 3D universe, well, not the 3D universe, I guess you can say, if this was the HD universe, we're gonna just say the 3D universe, I guess. With the HD universe being chronological, GTA 3 to San Andreas, as well as the Vice City stories and Liberty City stories. But yeah, they did it. What I'm saying? Almost went there. What I'm saying, with the GTA 4 and shit like that. And there's a lot of great shit in there, like a whole bunch of good shit in there. But as far as characters, yeah, it's crazy how they just they outdid the Donald Love, his character in GTA 3 and the other, what I'm saying, how he had his, what I'm saying, he had like this overcast shadow throughout the whole series and shit with Vice City and all that, even though it was more like of a real estate agent, what I'm saying, in GTA Vice City. But it was still cool. Again, still cool to see him. But yeah, in GTA 3, he was like one of the ones that I was kind of like, like, okay, like, is he, what I mean, who we think he is? Or, what I'm saying, like, what side is he on? Or Mike Toreno's was like, even just with that dialogue right there alone, what I mean? When he was like, oh, man, you guys expect capes and heroes with capes and shit, we're fighting a war. It's like, oh, man, like, this is super strong writing, I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm just out here just gushing and shit over Dan Hauser and shit, you know. But again, like you can tell, like, you know, they really were passionate, you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy how like this game feels like three games in one, you know what I'm saying? Like it has its each kind of vibe with you know, each city. Last Santos being like Boys in the Hood and shit, the Menace Societies, you know what I'm saying? And so forth, all the gangster movies and shit. When you get to I was gonna say Sandy Shores, Blaine County, excuse me. I think it's called Blaine County. You know, the country and shit, you know what I'm saying? With Catalina and all that, it's kind of just like Bonnie and Clyde. You just out here, you know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, and then you get over here, it just turned into like some 007. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here, I mean, for the people who haven't played it before, or if you living on the rock or for whatever reason just missed out on this, or just never beat it, you know what I'm saying? Growing up and shit, you know, sorry, spoilers, you know, but yeah, this when the shit gets really like, what the fuck? Like, okay, like you can tell they really was trying to have fun with it, with the missions and shit, you know. And then, you know, this was kind of like the mock test for what GTA 5 will be, you know what I'm saying, with the missions and shit. Again, very like espionage, you know what I'm saying? And it works. It works very well, you know what I'm saying, with GTA 5 for what it is. But yeah, San Andreas, there were just so many missions where just like, you know, that's when it was like, I felt like there were so many standout, you know, missions and shit. Damn, this nigga just acapella. I didn't think, what's his name? Solo could sing like that. Nah, man, he's actually hitting them notes. I wonder how that came about when he was in the booth and shit. Like, we just need you to say something, you know? And he probably was you know what I'm saying? Like, he probably was like, yo, I grew up with these jams and shit, so let me just say that. Let me just freestyle it. He could have said anything, but, you know, I think it's funny that he's actually singing the songs and shit, and some of the, singing the songs from the game and shit, well, on a soundtrack with the radio stations and shit. But yeah, man, I love it. And again, that was just like the surface, you know, like all of his missions are pretty dope, you know what I'm saying? Toreno's shit. And then as well as when you get to Las Venturas and shit, we'll see soon.
I warn you, I don't give a fuck.
But yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping, do this mission, and yeah, call it. But that's crazy, man. Like I would have thought I'm gonna stop yapping about it. But yeah, that ambulance shit. I thought again, you know, just a little gripe that I have with this shit.
Warm it up, CJ. Warm it up, Kane.
See, it's a you know, minor gripe I had. Well, it's a big issue. I feel like again, like the AI, bro. Like it was very. It just go to show you, just to reiterate what I mentioned before, like how advanced it was on the PS2 and shit. Damn, look at that fucking. I mean, it always had pop in with the PS2 as well, with the fall kind of like gave the illusion to you know what I'm saying? Just go to show you like the hardware of the PS2, like the limitations of that. Like motherfuckers were just so good at like working around that shit with like the fog. I mean, it looks nice in certain places. You know what I mean? I think this is probably like out of all, because of the colors and shit, like this is probably like the best looking area in my opinion. And some of the areas in Blaine County too, I'm like, oh, this looks pretty decent. You know, when I was driving that past mission, that was very like Smuggler's Run-esque, which is dope too. I love how they incorporate like their older, you know what I'm saying, games in there during that mission. I forgot about it. I'm like, oh shit, this is literally like Smuggler's Run. Minus, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, taking out the whatever the fuck you had the contraband or whatever what that game was about. Episode like that was like a launch PS2 game, so I don't have that much memories of it. But just like other than probably like one or two missions, that game was hard as fuck too. Yeah. What was I saying? Damn, I'm just yapping and oh yeah, the AI with the fucking the ambulance and like, you know what I'm saying, the responsive, you know what I mean, how it, like reacts to the world and shit. Like, you know, when there was a fire, like boom, like the firefighters would come in, somebody gets hurt, and ambulance would come. Like it's none of that shit, bro. Like it just feels soulless, you know what I'm saying, in some parts of this port. You know what I mean? Again, you just take it for what it is. Like some parts, again, like I said, like just in this area, like it looks really nice. It's like, oh shit, like this is how I remember it, you know. But the PS2 version is just, you know, the lighting is just so much better, bro. You know, it just goes to show you that, you know, oversaturated colors and, you know what I'm saying, up in the fidelity and fucking, you know what I'm saying, all the bells and whistles, the whole nine and shit doesn't mean aesthetic is king. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's why I'm looking forward to GTA 6 as well. You know, that game was fucking beautiful, but it has like this it's like this hyper realistic but cartoony. I can't explain it, but it looks fucking awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna stop nerding out and shit. I just felt like, you know what I mean? I couldn't wait to get to that part and actually like, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to wait to see it in real time so I can actually you know, explain it more, you know what I mean? With the Mike Toreno. Again, I have to probably if you really want to a deeper dive into it and shit, if you're not familiar with them, the professional, the YouTube content creator that covers a lot. Well, he does a lot of games, but specifically where he really blew up on was like the GTA lore videos. He does it like all the characters, the stories and shit. I'm pretty sure, like I'm like almost 90% sure this motherfucker has something on Toreno. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're gonna finish this mission and like the Game Awards. It's about to start and shit. So I want to finish this and then get back to this later. But yeah, thought I should say that.